There are things that you have to remember if you have an Airbnb right now and you are afraid because you got, let's say, 5 or 10 apartments that's actually strictly on an Airbnb model. First, if you only have one, you don't have to, think about this so much because the losses will be so little. There's always a way for you to progress from short term to a long term or a monthly stays that we call. That's what we have done before back in COVID, where all of our guests have shut down their booking, and most of the time Airbnb will cancel your booking because during this kind of things, pandemic wars, they are authorized to refund the guest fully. That means leaving you at the other side of the table with losses. So how you be able to be smart on this kind of situation is, first you can switch from short-term to long-term apartments, and you can, what you do is you join as many groups in Facebook. There's a lot of groups that's, there are a lot of people who are actually stuck in the country that's finding a long-term units, a monthly stay, and that gives you the leverage or a way for you to sell your apartments. Now the trick here, because there's a lot and hundreds of people owning short-term rental in Dubai, the trick is you lower down your pricing. If someone is selling like 10,000 dirhams for a monthly stay on one apartment in JVC or JLT or Marina, you lower that down. If you shell out 1,000 AED out from your pocket, that is still okay. Instead of shelving 7,000 monthly rent for your apartment. So you got to think, and you got to think this strategically, because otherwise you will lose all of your money. You will incur huge losses. So on this kind of situation, what you do is you limit the losses. The fact that you're limiting the losses means you're winning. We don't know when this gonna be, when is this going to stabilize, but the moment that you're able to pay the rent not from your pocket 90%, you're still okay to continue. So let me know if that would work, but that's normally what I did on my apartments before back in COVID, and it definitely helped me to retain the business. So that's all in my head, and because I've seen a lot of groups, because of this situation, there have 5 apartments in Palm downtown, and one is like near the opera of downtown in Dubai, and it literally hit this kind of situation. Hotels will able to give you a 50